And today I say to Donald Trump, stop your anti-immigrant rhetoric.
I don't want to hear the question, is this president racist anymore? He is.
He's been calling Mexican immigrants rapists and criminals. I don't know, like members of the press, what the
I'm saying the president is contributing to what is going on right now.
No, I
He is
understand
sowing
that.
seeds of hatred.
When we allude to people as an invasion, as an infestation, we are directly pulling from the language of white supremacy.
Hold on a second. You know, it's these questions that you know the answers to. I mean, connect the dots about what he's been doing in this country.
What we're going through in the last 24 hours, what we've seen, particularly in El Paso, sir.
Obviously, we all are grieving for the victims, for their families, and for the people who are going to have very painful, long roads of recovery from gun violence. I just want to speak with moral clarity right now because I worry that we're having conversations that don't just focus on an understanding that we are all responsible to each other in this country. We have moral bonds and fabric of our country. We have a president of the United States who is particularly responsible. I, in my faith, have this idea that you reap what you sow, and he is sowing seeds of hatred in our country, and this harvest of hate violence that we're seeing right now lies at his feet.
In a nation where you have many, many thousands of people who are mentally unstable, that when you talk about invasions and hordes of people, and when you talk about Mexicans as criminals and rapists and the country under siege, you have unstable people who are going to see that as a sign that they have got to take up arms and do the horrific things that we just saw in El Paso.
We've had a rise in hate crimes every single one of the last 3 years. During an administration where you have a president who's called Mexicans rapists and criminals.
He's encouraging his supporters, and his supporters are listening to that encouragement.
He is a racist, and he stokes racism in this country, and it does not just offend our sensibilities, it fundamentally changes the character of this country, and it leads to violence.
We've got to acknowledge the hatred, the open racism that we're seeing. There's an environment of it in the United States. We see it on Fox News, we see it on the internet, but we also see it from our commander-in-chief, and he is encouraging this. He doesn't just tolerate it, he encourages it.
One of your 2020 rivals, Congressman Beto O'Rourke, told me this morning that he believes President Trump is a white supremacist or a white nationalist. Do you agree?
I do.
When he says after Charlottesville that Klansmen and white supremacists and neo-Nazis are very fine people, the commander-in-chief is sending a very public signal to the rest of this country about what is permissible and, in fact, even what he encourages to happen.
All of the evidence out there suggests that we have a president who is a racist, who is a xenophobe, who appeals and is trying to appeal to white nationalism